Ryan Leonard debut, Alexander Ovechkin, 891st NHL goal. Are we having fun yet? Caps win 4-3 in regulation over the Boston Bruins in Boston. But yeah, before we get into the game as a whole here, let's talk first about the National Hockey League debut of one Ryan Leonard. Most anticipated Washington Capitals rookie debut since who? Nicklas Backstrom, probably? The 8th overall pick in the 2023 NHL Draft. World Juniors Most Valuable Player, Hobey Baker finalist this season, Ryan Leonard. He had himself quite a debut for the Washington Capitals in his home state at TD Garden here against the Boston Bruins. He started the game on the top line. He was out there for the opening face-off. Like I said, in TD Garden, in the state that he grew up in and where the same state that he played his college career at, right? Boston College. So he gets the start there on the top line, out there for the opening faceoff. Like I said, what a moment for the kid. And he played great, just over 14 minutes of ice time in his NHL debut. That is quite a lot of ice time for a guy, a 20-year-old making his National Hockey League debut. And like I said, he did very, very well with it. He helped create a huge goal for the Washington Capitals, that being Dylan Strome's goal, which we will get to. Ryan Leonard, he did not officially get an assist on the play, but he was big on that play. As we will talk about, he really made the play happen, keeping the puck alive there in the Bruins' end multiple times before that goal comes about. So he gets a +1 on the ledger for that in his NHL debut. 3 hits credited to him as well, and pretty much all 3 of them were very, very memorable, including a massive open ice hit at center ice. Right out there at near the center of the TD Garden ice, right by the logo there. He absolutely cranks a guy. Like I said, you don't often see some of these things from guys in their National Hockey League debuts, but Ryan Leonard, not shy at all, absolutely lays a guy out at center ice. And the Capitals bench in particular, Alexander Ovechkin, was absolutely loving it. Ovi was over on the bench as Ryan Leonard skated over there. After that hit, he gets a big high five from the captain, Alex Ovechkin, and Ovi was smiling, laughing. He was absolutely loving it over there on the Caps bench. So yeah, +1 and 3 hits, like I said, just over 14 minutes of ice time for Ryan Leonard in his Washington Capitals debut. Ooh, baby, it was a lot of fun to watch, wasn't it? And the Caps, like I said, they win this game 4-3 in regulation. Let's get into it, babes. So, first period, it is a great start by the Washington Capitals on the road here, out shooting the Boston Bruins 7-2 early in their own building. But predictably, the Bruins get the game's first power play. But it is the Caps who score on it, baby. Short-handed. Nic Dowd beats Jeremy Swayman clean on the Caps' 8th shot of the game. A number 8 and a puck going in the net. Foreshadowing. And so it is 1-0 Washington on, like I said, the short-handed goal in Boston. And that is your 4th line center, Nic Dowd's 13th goal of the season already, assisted by Brandon Duhaime. And the Caps still on the penalty kill here, obviously, as Dowd scored just 10 seconds into that Bruins power play. And so the Caps kill off almost the entire power play for the Bruins, and then the Bruins take a penalty. And so it is a brief 4-on-4 situation, and then we are on the Caps' first power play of this game. And it is who else but Alex Ovechkin. His 38th goal of the season. You will remember, folks, that he missed nearly a month and a half, nearly a quarter of this season with a broken leg mid-season. That is his 38th goal, like I said, of this season already. Absolutely unbelievable stuff by the 39-year-old captain of the Washington Capitals. Just seriously unbelievable. 38th goal of the season already for Ovi, and the 891st, more importantly, of his NHL career. 4 goals now, folks. Just 4 goals for Alexander Ovechkin until he surpasses Wayne Gretzky for the all-time NHL record most goals scored in a career in the National Hockey League. Unbelievable stuff, like I said, for Alexander Ovechkin. Just 4 goals away now from becoming the sole record holder for that, what people thought was an unbreakable record, right? Literally an unbeatable record, unbreakable, unbeatable, whatever you want to call it. It has been called all of those things. No one ever thought, outside of us Capitals fans, that this record was ever going to be touched. No one ever thought that anyone was ever going to come close. Alexander Ovechkin now just 4 goals away, like I said, from surpassing Wayne Gretzky. Just 3 goals, literally just a hat trick away from tying the record of 894 goals. So 3 to tie, 4 to break. Alexander Ovechkin, 891 National Hockey League goals now. And like I said, his 38th of this season already puts the Caps up here 2-0. And to be honest here, like Ovi would probably tell you himself that this is one of the easiest goals that he has probably ever scored, as the play by Dylan Strome here was just ridiculous. John Carlson, right up at the point, he makes an initial great pass down to Dylan Strome, spotting him down there by the Bruins net. And Carlson, he puts it right on Dylan Strome's tape. But Dylan Strome, rather than stopping that puck for any length of time, he just angles his blade ever so slightly, right? He sees Alex Ovechkin over on the other side of the net there. Strome does. And so he angles his blade just ever so slightly and just lets that puck just go right off of his blade. A perfect deflection pass right across the crease, past Jeremy Swayman to his captain Alexander Ovechkin for a wide open net, basically an empty net tap in for the grade 8. So an unbelievable play by Dylan Strome on the primary assist and by John Carlson there as well on the secondary assist for that one. Just a great play all around there. It gives the Caps, like I said, a beautiful power play goal. And yeah, not just for the team putting them up 2-0, but for Alexander Ovechkin as well. Like I said, 891 career goals now. The guys were so pumped on this one. You could see it written all over their faces, just as it is written all over their faces every single time that Alex Ovechkin scores right now. Every time that he's scored all season, really. The guys have been jacked up all season long for this, and he is so close now that literally everyone can feel it. You can taste it, you can smell it, however you want to say. But yeah, everyone can feel it right now in every single building that he goes into. The Boston Bruins fans in the building tonight, they were on their feet, giving Alex Ovechkin a standing ovation after he scores this goal. You love to see that. That is great stuff by the great fans of the Bruins in Boston. Very classy stuff there, giving a standing O 4-0 in Beantown. So 2-0 Caps. Like I said, Alex Ovechkin's 38th goal of the season, assisted by Dylan Strome and John Carlson. 2-0 Caps, and that is how the first period would end. And the Caps outshoot the Bruins 11-4 in the first period. So overall, just a great period of hockey by the boys from Washington, D.C. However, it is a 60-minute game for a reason, right? So second period, the Caps, they let the Bruins tie this thing up, 2-2 in the second period. Like I said, not a great period by the Caps, if I'm being entirely honest. A little bit of a fluky goal as well there for the Bruins on the power play. So they get their first one at even strength. Vinny Lettieri, I hope I'm saying that right. He scores first to cut the Caps lead in half and make it 2-1 for his Boston Bruins. The Caps, they still should have had this game under control at that point. But the Bruins, they get another power play near the end of the second period. And this is where they get a little bit of a fortunate bounce. That goal hitting off of David Pastrnak in front of the net, and kind of caroming past Caps netminder Charlie Lindgren. So that is a good bounce for the Bruins on the power play to get them the power play goal to tie this game up at 2 before the end of the second period. But thankfully, the Caps are well known for their third periods, and they had a good one again here tonight. First, Dylan Strome, the go-ahead goal here in the third period. just as he has done so many times before for our Washington Capitals. And yeah, this was the goal that I was talking about here, folks. This shift from Ryan Leonard, the rookie, the kid, he wins the puck back over and over and over again. He is just like a dog on a bone out there on this puck. Keeps retrieving it, keeps sending it back to the point for more shooting opportunities for his Caps. He gets the puck back to Marty Farivari here, and this is why Ryan Leonard does not technically get an official assist on this play, because he passes it to the guy who passes it to the guy who takes the shot, and then Strome gets the rebound off of the end boards. But yeah, great play here from Ryan Leonard to make this whole goal happen, right? So Ryan Leonard, like I said, he gets the puck back yet again. He did the exact same thing just a few seconds earlier. The Caps get one opportunity. That one doesn't go. So then Ryan Leonard goes and gets the puck back again in the exact same spot along the boards there, grabs that puck again, gets it back again to the point for the Caps, passing this one, like I said, to Marty Farivari at the point. Farivari sends it across to Alexei Protas. Protas lets go a shot. Not sure if this was intentional, but it sure looks like it was. Everyone knows, it is well known that the TD Garden has some lively end boards, and Protas, he seemed well aware of that here. I'm sure that the Caps probably talked about that before this game here today, reminded themselves of that, that there are some very lively end boards here in TD Garden. So Protas, like I said, he seems aware of it here. This does seem to be on purpose. He lets this shot go off the end boards. A little bit of a set play, it looked like there. Again, I'm not inside of their heads, but it sure looked like it was on purpose. So looked like it was a set play off the end boards. The Protas shot comes caroming out in front to Dylan Strome waiting there, and he looked like he was ready for this. Like I said, it did look like a set play. And yeah, Strome, he appears very much ready for this, and he taps it in off of the end boards past Jeremy Swayman, putting the Caps up 3-2 in the third period. So Dylan Strome, right, his 24th goal of the season already. Just another great season by Dylan Strome for the Washington Capitals. Mr. Clutch, right? Like, he scores so many big goals in third periods, in overtime, you name it. Game-winning goals, tying goals, whatever it may be. His tenure here with the Washington Capitals, he has been a very clutch player for them. He was a big reason why they were able to make the Stanley Cup playoffs last season, doing unbelievable work down the stretch there and scoring some huge goals for this team down the stretch there last season. So Dylan Strome, yet again, Mr. Clutch here with the go-ahead goal in the third period. And like I said, that is his 24th goal of the season already. He has a new career high in points this season again already. And Alexei Protas with the primary assist on this play, and Marty Farivari with the secondary assist. And like I said, the kid, Ryan Leonard, with a very well-earned, well-deserved +1 here on this play. So 3-2 Caps, and then just a few minutes after that, Tom Wilson, baby. Hey, you know what? We will take it. You remember David Pastrnak once tweeted out, in my opinion, Tom Wilson is the best goal scorer in the league. Well, Tom Wilson continues to prove that statement to be very true every time that he plays against the Boston Bruins. He seems to have the Bruins number, and he gets another one against the Boston Bruins here. His 32nd goal of the season already for Tom Wilson puts the Caps up 4-2. And that one, primary assist to Pierre-Luc Dubois, and the secondary assist to Alexander Ovechkin. And that goal actually proved to be an important one. It turned out to be the game winner in this game, in fact, that goal by Tom Wilson did, as David Pastrnak, he would add another goal for the Bruins to make it 4-3. But yeah, it was not enough for the Boston Bruins on this night. They lose their 9th straight game, the Boston Bruins do. And meanwhile, the Caps winning this one 4-3, like I said, in regulation. That would be, of course, your final score. Big regulation win for the Caps. They stopped their little mini skid at just 3 games. And of course, one of those losses was in overtime to the Winnipeg Jets as well. So, they halt their little mini skid here, if you want to call it that. The Washington Capitals do. So a big 2 points for the Washington Capitals here. 4-3, like I said, in TD Garden in Boston. That would be your final score for the Washington Capitals over the Boston Bruins. All right, babes, that is going to be it for this one. As we are, in fact, right back at it here tomorrow. It is a back-to-back for the Washington Capitals. Tonight, of course, against the Bruins in Boston, and tomorrow night against the Hurricanes in Carolina. So that is a big game, Metropolitan Division rival, and the Caps, of course, will be on the second half of a back-to-back for that one, while Carolina, they will be rested. They are waiting for the Caps. They're waiting at home there for them now, so they should be well rested and ready to go. The Carolina Hurricanes should be. So that should be a tough matchup on the back-to-back, but we will see what the Washington Capitals can do in that one. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? Like, a really exciting night tonight for the Washington Capitals and their fans, for all of us, like the Washington Capitals fan base. Ryan Leonard, highly anticipated prospect of the Caps, making his NHL debut, and it was I would say quite a success, quite honestly. Like I said, I thought he had a great game. Sometimes you see guys being a little bit timid, a little bit shy in their NHL debuts. That was definitely not Ryan Leonard. Like I said, absolutely hammered somebody at center ice. That just shows you, a little sneak peek of what this guy can do. And like I said, he was huge on that Dylan Strome goal in the third period as well. So a great debut for him. Very exciting times for the Caps and their fans with the debut of Ryan Leonard, with the 891 NHL goals for Alexander Ovechkin. My goodness. He is, like I said, a hat trick away. And who, might I ask, has he scored the most goals against in his National Hockey League career? Who is it, I wonder? Well, it might just be the team that they are playing against tomorrow, the Carolina Hurricanes franchise. So buckle up, baby. He is a hat trick away from tying this record up. And just 4 goals away now from claiming, like I said, sole possession of that throne as the greatest goal scorer in National Hockey League history. So unbelievable stuff, amazing times to be a Caps fan, and thank you all, babes, as always, so much for being here. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. I look forward to chatting with you all again tomorrow after that game in Carolina. It should be, like I said, a very, very good one. Big divisional matchup, right? Like, you could potentially see these guys in the playoffs for sure, should both teams make it through that first round where anything can happen. So we will see how it all shakes out. But yeah, for my part, babes, I look forward to speaking with you all again tomorrow after that game in Carolina, like I said. And as always, just wanted to thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate it so much. If you like the video, please click on that like button down below. If you really like the video, please click on that subscribe button as well if you have not already done so. I have gotten a ton of new subscribers recently. So I just wanted to say that I really, from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate it so much. You guys, like my new subscribers, right? Subscribing to the channel, taking the time to click on that subscribe button and to watch all of these videos. I really appreciate it. And for all of my longtime subscribers as well, I appreciate you guys as well so much, obviously. And thank you so much for, sharing these videos around with your fellow Caps fans. I really appreciate that. It's so heartwarming, for me, to see that the effort that I put into making this content for you guys, that you guys love it. And hey, you know what? I will have a podcast coming up shortly here as well. So get ready for that one, babes. And like I said, just really couldn't be happier to be here with you all right now as Alex Ovechkin chases down Wayne Gretzky. It is going to be an absolute blast, babes. Mwah. I've rambled on long enough. You all have a good night. Until next time, babes. And as always, let's go, Caps.